Okay, now just before we say goodbye to these guys forever, in my hands anyway, I thought I would just do a little bit of last minute filming before they go off to the new owner. And now that they're fully running, they are really moving a lot more than you've seen before. So I have got them hooked up to Band of Viking 7K, which is 7,000 watts at 12 volts 1 ohm and 9,000 watts at 14 volts, and that has been clamped to do that power. And we've got the oscilloscope and we've got the SPL Labs smart reader there, so we can see how many watts are going to these subs free air. Won't be very much. I reckon it'll probably be around 500 to 800 watts on these subs free air. So let's get them moving and show you guys what they're capable of. That's 2,000 watts actually to get them to move to their peak excursion there, free air, which is pretty cool. That's a decent amount of power. Let's swing it down to 26 Hz, which is my favorite frequency for videoing subwoofers because it's just off of the 25 frame rate, 25 frames a second. So the woofers look like they move in slow motion and it's fantastic. Hertz. Loving how these woofers are moving. Now let's put some music. Now this is the famous air bass. Many a hair trick have been videoed to this tune. There's that low. It's interesting, that low is 25 Hz obviously because the woofers don't move on the camera. This one's Trey Songs, slow motion rebased, 19 to 58 Hz. We've got a little bit of, small bit of higher frequencies, you know, mid-range coming through there. Now this one is my BP rebase of Watch Me. This is the extra low version. I made two versions. This one is about a fifth down. The oscilloscope over here. This is flashing because of the camera's frame rate, annoyingly. Got the SPL lab here showing you how much power is going to them at any given point in time. Only 500 watts each. So now we have fully broken them in. Let's see what that says the TS parameters are looking like. We took these TS parameters, well, I took them at brand new and kind of midway through the break-in, and now we're going to measure full break-in. So let's see what we're saying on the side here. Focus this a bit better. We have got 48.4 Hertz and QMS of 5.6. Okay, not bad. Let's go ahead and get the VAS. Now the piston diameter, I just quickly measured that, 8.75, and the MMD, if I remember right, it was about 548. Now let's measure VAS, and let's take a look at the driver editor. So we have a BL of, wow, 31.308. My good lord, that is a strong arsed woofer. Wow. And the sensitivity is pretty low, which should make for quite a nice sounding driver. Now let's go ahead and check the other one. I have actually been playing one of these woofers ever so slightly longer than the other. So the one of them may be a tiny little bit lower on the FS, but that'll sort itself out when they've both been playing in a box for about a week. Woofer number 2 all hooked up, and how different is she? We had 48 Hertz before, and we have 50 Hertz. Okay, so this is obviously the woofer that hasn't quite been played as much, so it's only 2 Hertz off, which isn't going to make a massive difference when they're running together in a box. And like I say, their resting frequency after they're broken in will probably be around about 47, 46 after a good couple of months, and they'll both fall to the same value. So that's pretty cool, and it goes to show that they're sitting pretty equally, bearing in mind one of them's had a bit more play than the other. I'm quite happy with the 2 Hertz difference. QMS is a little bit higher with the higher FS, 5.7. Let's do the VAS again. It's the same for both woofers, and that has calculated. Let's go ahead and open the driver editor, and let's see. Yeah, so the BL a little bit, only very slightly less on the slightly stiffer woofer, as obviously it breaks in a little bit. That will change ever so slightly. So yeah, we're all looking good. Sensitivity is about the same, a little bit lower with the stiffer spider. No, awesome stuff. Very happy with these woofers parameters. They are going to be absolute beasts in the competition and in the lanes. So the next time that these will be seen, either in person, maybe I'll try and get some videos, will be in the customer's vehicle in the lanes. Now you see, I have actually got one more motor, which is a plutonium motor, so I could make the same again. He's only got a space for 2 woofers, and his class is 2 woofers, so that wouldn't work for him. Would be epic though. So I can make that with that motor into another 10 like this, or I can make it into a new ESP15 like you saw in the release video. And I've also got a FI SP4 motor, which is again 4-inch coil, and that one was a bit toasty. Everyone knows about the old fiery SP4s with the tinsels. So this one I can turn into a 10 again. I think it would look very cool. I don't think the motor is quite as strong as the Ground Zero plutonium motor. No, I don't think it's quite as strong, but it would still look epic, and it would look a little taller as well. And I think we could get a little bit more. I think the coil, we got a little bit of a longer coil in that than we could in the plutonium motor. So it could be interesting to have a play with that. And we could make that into a 15 or a 10 again, until DD release the 12 and the 18-inch ESPs. I'm going to be sticking to the new ESPs with the 10 and the 15. Just for anyone wondering what the fuck's going on over here, I've got so many woofers laying around. I'm just going to go through this very quickly. I have got the 4 VMAX 15s, 600 watts RMS. I got them all with issues, shifted top plate, shifted bottom plate. I had triple joints failed. I've tried to make some repairs on the triple joints, and I've repaired the motors, they're fine. The triple joints, however, will not stay, and whenever I repair one bit, one of the original glues just goes, and I've just had enough. And the spiders aren't very flexible on the originals either, so I'm going to turn these into DDs, maybe 10s, maybe 8s with a big motor like that, who knows. Let's have a play. So they'll be seeing something else very shortly. I've got the Elemental Designs, which you saw. I've got some 700 series motors and baskets, which are getting turned into 15 ESPs with a hybrid 700 motor. MS10 from Jerry, thank you buddy. Loads of spare cones and coils and soft parts. Got some space cones there, and we might turn them into a clock. Got another 700 series. I've got a 3500 series there with a blown coil that I use for offering up the coil to see if it fits other motors. I've got a 4-inch Z4 soft parts there with a fully carbon cone and carbon cap. That's pretty cool. Down there got the Sundown Team from the videos. Won't go there. That's coming out again in the not too distant future. Old Celestian 18. What else we got there? 2 Crown amplifiers, and then I've got the nice lateral MOSFET amplifier there, which I can't remember if I've done a video on that yet. JBLs from back in the day. A pair of 18s, which are going out to a customer as soon as he pays up for them. Blown VO M8, and we've got some more Banda stock and some digital design stuff up there, some door speakers, Banda amplifiers, DD processors, LW audio amplifiers, which are Korean for those of you in the US, quite similar to Ampere audio. Got some batteries, some other shit down there. Got the 10-inch XTR woofer there. Yeah, a few bits laying around over here. I've got a Hyophonics amp in for repair, and got some motors, 3500 series supercharged motor, 2 Viberspace 12 motors, and then the other XTR 10-inch, which was ripped apart to see how it worked, basically motor sitting there, same as what's over there.